I'm the wizard behind the curtain, Ellen Goodwin, co-founder of
Right.
Artifacts.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm not the one presenting today since I've been locked out.
Yeah. Well,
Joining us is Thomas MacEntee, who's you must go back in time and look at our fall series of Evenings with Artifacts. He gave a great presentation, which you'll love. But tonight, let me introduce him for all of you who may not be familiar with Thomas. I love his bio. Not only is it fun, but it really will reinforce why he's here. So Thomas is that baby boomer guy with a love of punk rock music and art history who somehow fell into the tech industry almost 40 years ago. He left that lucrative IT career to pursue his love of family history and genealogy. And technology and historical research are the opposites, but tech people like Thomas are needed to guide today's genealogists through the maze of options. Pause, especially with the advent of AI. Thank you, Thomas.
yes.
So that you can deploy the best apps and devices to break down your research brick walls. Thomas is that genealogy guy, educator, advocate, entrepreneur, and many of you have already noted serial presenter. So we are so
Yes.
glad he's here to help us make the most of RootsTech
Yes.
virtual. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Ellen. This is my second presentation today. I was saying I did a AI and technology presentation for the Cape Cod Genealogical Society, and so yeah, I am a serial presenter. So thanks for being here. I'm in Chicago, the third coast, as I call it here, and it was 55 degrees today, which was amazing. But now this is going to be fun. This is not going to be a lot of thinking. In fact, you're going to be able to download a cheat sheet. We have one in color and one in black and white. But let's take a little journey. Did you know that last year, Ellen, there were 3 million people registered for online for RootsTech?
3
Uh,
million? I had no
3
idea.
million. Yes, 3 million. Yeah, it is amazing. So we're here to make sure that you can get the most out of the virtual experience. Now, one thing I need to let you know, some of you may have heard that I was supposed to be at RootsTech in person. And unfortunately, due to health issues, I'm not able to travel right now. And nothing serious, but it's more out of caution. So my two of my talks have been made virtual. So I will be with you virtually. So this is our little cheat sheet here. We're going to go on a little journey. The first thing you have to do, if you haven't already done so, is register at rootstech.org. Okay, it is free. If you have a family search login already, you can actually use that. I'm going to go ahead here and click login. And let's go here and let's see what we've got. And I am already logged in. Okay, and this is what you're going to see. If you hadn't heard, this is why I regret not being in person, is Christian Chenoweth will be there on Saturday, March 2nd, as the keynote, performing as well, not just talking. And she is from, I believe, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, which is, I never knew she was from Oklahoma. So here, you have to get to this page. Now, if you do want to register, it's really simple to do. You have to give an email. You might have to verify the email, all of that. They really want to protect your security as well and your privacy. So let's go back to our slideshow. The next step. This is the first thing that I would do if I were you, and if you haven't done it already, is go down to the very bottom and subscribe to updates. So let's go down there. You go through all of this. And here, we'll go over many of these things, but popular sessions, they've added quite a bit here. Regional past keynotes. Okay. And where is it? Subscribe to updates. You want to go ahead and do this and put in your information here. And I'm going to go ahead and there it is. And please, nobody stalk me on email. I'm going to submit this. And this gets you in the email loop. And this is crucial because there will be updates, several updates during the virtual event starting on February 29th. If there are any changes, I found that the updates were helpful because I'd get them in the morning and they'll say, well, this has been canceled. This has been moved to here. This has been added. Don't forget these videos are ready. So that's really an important part of getting the most out of RootsTech. The next thing is check out the class schedule. Okay. And we're going to go that it's at the RootsTech event at the top. So here, you're going to come up to RootsTech event. And then you're going to go here to here is the online event, that basic information. You're going to go to the class schedule. And this can be a little bit confusing here because it is organized by day. Okay. So here we have online, and there are 150 online sessions. Okay. And there are 49 on Thursday, 50 on Friday, and then it will refresh. And I guess there are some on Sunday, which I didn't know about. And so, but you'll see that things like this come up. This is what's really confusing. So there is no 12 a.m. midnight show for Kristen Chenoweth. So, and also keep in mind, and this has been frustrating for people like me, people like Ellen and Heather at Artifacts, is things are still in flux. We've got 8 days to go yet. Okay. But what you can do is you can see what you want here in terms of classes. You can sort it by skill level and sort it by speaker as well. Now, speakers are listed by first name. I find it's easier to come here to see all speakers and then go ahead and search for your favorite speaker. Like, who would that be? Let's see, right there. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do that filter and go ahead and see what we've got. Boom. Okay. To do that. So I'm going to undo this filter, clear all the filters. Make sure you do that. Otherwise, it's going to get confusing. You can actually just scroll through here and say, I know Katie Schober here. So I'm going to see more about this. I'm going to click on the title, and here, see, okay, does this work for me? Yeah, probably. It's online in person. It's at 9 a.m. Central on Friday the 29th, which is leap day. I can download the syllabus. All the syllabus materials uh, are already up there, and they will remain up there. So you can go ahead even to the ones that you don't intend to view or participate in. You can go ahead and start downloading those syllabus. Of course, you would want to respect the intellectual property of the speaker, like me, and it's used for your own personal use. So that's pretty easy. But don't forget that, it just like AI, sometimes AI spits out some weird information, but you can go ahead and do that. Now, the next thing is this is most important. You want to start adding online classes to your schedule. And that way, we're covering the website. This also works on the app. A lot of people said it's easier to use the app. So download the RootsTech app is definite. But I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead to Katie's here. Uh, 7 essential tips for starting German genealogy. I have my Henneberg ancestors I'm always chasing. Okay. And you notice I don't get a schedule button here. So I'm going to go back. And this is basically what I need. Come on, boys. I'm going to go ahead and schedule. Okay. It has been added to my schedule instantly. And I'm going to go ahead and view my schedule. And there it is. Okay. I can go ahead, and one thing you might want to do if you want, you can share this. And by sharing that, you can email it to yourself. I don't know what Kakao Talk is or Line, but remember, we have a worldwide audience at RootsTech. So it may be that those are popular outside of the US. Okay. It would help RootsTech, and it would help, I think, the genealogy community in general. So this one, if you notice, Katie is doing this in sort of a hybrid mode. She's doing this in Ballroom B, and she's also doing it online. So they're doing both. Okay. Let me go ahead and come back here. I'm going to go back. Let's go back, go back. Okay. I'm going to go and I want to look at my schedule in a minute, but I want to add more. Okay. Let's go here. Well, it's easier to go up here, right? Go to the class schedule. Uh, Let's clear all filters. Come on, guys. Let's go home. That might be easier. There we go. Okay, RootsTech. I'm going to go to class schedule. There we are. This is better. And I am going to look for my own talks here. And I want to add one of those. So I'm going to go to, I'm the only Thomas. I find that hard to believe. Okay, there we are. And I want to add this genealogy A to Z. You notice that it's online only. I'm going to schedule this and it goes to my schedule. Now you can view your schedule now right here, or you can come up here and you can look at my schedule right here. You can do other things, but let's go here. And this class schedule, and it always shows right here. This is what I was looking for, my schedule. Okay. And there it is. So I've got this at 9 a.m. and then 10:30 a.m. These are back to back. I believe there's a half-hour gap in between sessions. Okay. And
Hey,
so
Thomas,
yeah,
may I
yeah,
interrupt with a quick question from
sure.
the audience? So we have
Yeah.
two questions. So with the schedule, these virtual events, will folks have access to those after Roots Tech
Yes,
is
everything is
approximately?
recorded. Everything's recorded.
And your access is guaranteed for how long? Do you
I
know?
believe it's a year because right now you can still get the videos, and that's what I was going to say at the end here. You can watch the videos even from 2021 that I did on Google Tools. Okay,
Fabulous.
so everything will be there. And again, this is all free for online, which is great.
Fabulous.
So
And the other question was, did you have to register again? So you showed where you can go online to register. Do you have to register online and create a new account each year, or is it
each year you do, yes, because
you?
what's been happening, I know the IT that they're using behind this, although it looks the same as last year, they're using different platforms to actually build the site and everything. So you
So if
do,
you have the
yeah,
RootsTech app already downloaded, as one person here does in the audience, and it's not showing 2024, maybe you want to
yeah,
go
you want to
install.
delete the
Yeah,
app, search for it again. That's a great question. Search for it again, and then go ahead, and that would be
fabulous.
perfect. Yeah, yeah, good.
It's a difficult, sometimes the app updates aren't pushed properly and they're
Right.
not refreshing for you.
Exactly. And again, what we're seeing is, we don't see the guts in the back, but I know that for several things they changed vendors uh, because I'm an ambassador for RootsTech. So one of the influencers, and I hate that word, but I know what they've been doing in terms of because there's a lot of dissatisfaction with certain parts of the online experience in the app.
I
And
agree.
so, and so,
And so
yeah.
what is the app called this year? Do you know?
Well, it's called RootsTech. It's just called
It is
RootsTech
RootsTech.
app. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I would make sure that you delete it first from your phone. Go do a search in the App Store,
Mhm.
and then go ahead and do it. And that would be
Perfect.
the best way to find it. Yeah,
And
that would.
as you build your schedule here, Thomas,
Yeah.
what if you don't register for something? Will you still be able to join it ad
Oh,
hoc, or must it be?
you're not registering for a class. You're registering for the whole online experience. So there's just one registration. So if you actually schedule this, you're not taking a slot from anyone else.
Perfect. So
Okay.
if I don't
Yeah.
put Debbie in this event on my calendar, I can
Yeah.
still show up day of.
Yeah, sure. And you can show up day of. And what if I miss this? It doesn't matter. You're not penalized. You can still see the recording. You see what
Perfect.
I'm
Thank you,
saying?
Thomas.
But
Yes.
these are people, when you do the online experience, you're going to be able to do chat and things, other things. And some people prefer the live experience rather than a recording. And that's why I think it's important to do this. Also, I know that I used the app when I attended in person. It really was helpful for me to get the notifications. This is where you should be, especially as a speaker, you know. So the thing is, but no, so don't think of it as a ticket that there are only 50 tickets available online for that class and you're taking it away from someone. Doesn't work that way. No, it's unlimited. I hope that makes sense. Great. So I'm going to go here. Also, check out the virtual expo hall. This is also, believe it or not, depending on what type of vendor experience the vendor is signed up for, like Artifacts, you may be able to talk to a vendor. I did have the virtual booth last year, and so what you want to do is you want to come up here and you want to, where is it? Here we go. Roots Tech Store and mini events. No, this is where it is. It's down here. I'm going to go home Then I'm going to come down here and go to uh where is it? They probably don't have it posted yet. And that's just it. Okay.
I don't
It
think they do.
Okay,
Yes.
so I have a cheat link to it right here. I should see where it is. Okay, this is the URL if you want to copy and paste it in the chat, or I can do it. Let me do it here in the chat, and I'm going to say, everyone, uh, virtual expo hall, and here's the link. And the link now, when you do the cheat sheet, the link will work on the cheat sheet, folks. Okay. But here's the expo hall. There's nothing really to see, nothing to see, folks. Move on. But the thing is, they have hidden this from the menu for now. It was available up here, but it's not. Yeah, it's. I'm not seeing it,
No,
and
we've spent many hours on this.
I
They
know, I
was
know.
suspended. I think
Okay.
someone got a little excited and
Yeah,
released it
probably.
prematurely.
I think they did, and they posted the link like I just did. The
But
other
Thomas,
thing,
if
yeah,
we could also take one more question, please,
sure.
about the class schedule. With the question here is not all virtual classes are being recorded, but is
Okay.
there a way to tell which classes are being recorded so they can watch them live,
Well,
versus later?
I was under the understanding that they are all being recorded. Uh, I don't know that. Okay, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest. When I don't know something, I don't know something. But I was under the impression that all virtual classes. Now, last year as a speaker, I had the option. I could do virtual, or I could also upload the videos. And because of my health, I decided to record videos at home and upload them. And so what I'm going to do here is I could go ahead and research help. Uh, I could go to the FAQ up here and probably search and class session questions. Materials are available. Syllabi are available for recorded sessions until those classes are retired from the site. Syllabi from classes taught and not recorded can be found here. Uh, how many classes in Salt Lake were recorded? Uh, okay, tells you that. And how can I find a video? I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest. I thought I had this covered. And let me see, recorded.
And then the live sessions, are any of those going to be streamed or?
Streamed, well, like the one that I just picked for Katie
Yeah,
Schober. That one
yep.
is both online. And so they said right here, they said in terms of, oh my gosh, where is it? Uh,
That's what the blended meant.
yeah, right.
She'll be doing it live, but they will also
Yes,
record.
exactly. And it
Mhm.
will be online. And how many are recorded and shared on the website? So anything in Ballroom B, which is where Katie was, the German one, E and H, as well as Main Stage are being recorded, like the
Oh, great.
keynote
So those
speaks.
are the keynotes. Yeah.
Exactly, right, to do that. So,
Perfect. And I
good.
completely agree with Terry Ryan here. She's pointing out the difficulty with the black and white text there. It's a little
Yeah,
bit difficult
it
to read
is. It can
like the.
be. It can be. Now, the other thing you might want to take a look at is the Could We Be Related app, which is on the site, but I'm going to go to the link as well.
Oh,
It
perfect.
does require a login, and this works better on your phone, to be honest. But I'm here, and already 7,000 of my relatives have joined, and they have signed up for RootsTech, and I can view my relatives. And here, I know I've never met my Kevin. Kevin, he's probably my closest one, and he's along my McCrickert line. And here he is, Kevin O'Brien. And so you can go ahead and do this. And I'm sure that I'm related to one of you out there. I can do it by family line. And here he's along my Austin line. Uh, and go through all of this. And let's see. Let's see, my Henneberg line. And I have three people. And also, what do I have? Probably on my MacEntee line, I probably have more people because those are my Huguenots and they go back to 1670s in New Paltz, New York, etc. So this is a really fun one. You don't have to show the map. I've used this on the phone as well, and I can go ahead and show where people are on the map and cousins, and oh, I've got lots of cousins, I guess. And yeah, so it's fun. It's a fun aspect. It's really fun in person when you're walking around and you run into a relative. And then finally, don't
Hey,
forget you.
Thomas,
Yeah,
sorry to
sure.
interrupt. On
Yeah,
that, we do have a question about the
sure.
strategy you're going to use to get the most out of that at
Yeah,
RootsTech. Um,
yeah.
being
Well,
virtual, right? It's not the same as running into someone. So what
no,
strategy
it's
do
not.
you
So what
use?
I would do is, if you find someone, especially like now I know Kevin, who's a third cousin, but if you find someone along a family line, this is a great opportunity to try and collaborate on research, and see, and then go ahead and see, pull up their profile on Family Search if they have one. Look at some of the contributions they've already made. Maybe they have a tree that they're helping to maintain, and that's where you would intersect. You probably intersect on the family tree somewhere,
So
you know?
Thomas, do you have to have a tree on Family Search to get
No,
your
no,
relatives?
Family Search, there's no one has a tree. That's what you have to understand. It's a global world tree. And so I can come up here and let's go to Family Search. Yeah, right here. So I'm logged in and I should be logged in, and I'm going to go to Family Tree right here, and I'm going to go to Tree. And what it is I don't own this tree. Other people can contribute to this tree. Okay. So see this right here. And so if someone goes in, they can go in, and yes, they can technically change part of the information for my mother. And I know you have to get over this ownership of ancestors, folks. We're stewards for our family history. Okay. So the thing is, someone actually might have some great information about my mother, like yearbook photos that I don't have. So as I go back here, see, I can go ahead and look at this person. So don't think that this is my grandfather. Don't think that there is any one that there are separate trees. There is one tree. Here's my mom, and here's memories as well. What did I put in under memories? I don't know. I'd have to see. Yeah, the photo that I uploaded of her. And so the thing is, so that does that answer it, Ellen? I hope I hit the concept
I
right.
hope so. It was a question from the audience. And someone
Yeah.
just mentioned, Thomas, that you're their 11th cousin once removed.
Ah,
Already
yay.
making discoveries.
Yes,
Someone else,
yes, yes.
yes, Phil says that was a good answer.
Yeah,
And Teresa said that in terms of strategy, she checked the relatives at Roots Tech and found a cousin, and they already started sharing photos. So I think
right.
that's beautiful to work
Exactly,
ahead.
exactly. And my tree goes back quite a ways, and I will say this. Yeah, my Denses, my Austins, I think my Austins go back to 1628 at least. And my Crandalls, the Crandalls, as I was saying, they founded the Seventh-day Baptist Church. And I can keep going back here. I believe it goes to John Crandall and Joseph Crandall. And yeah. So that's what that is. So the
Thomas,
last, sure,
do you have time in your presentation to answer a few more questions about this?
sure,
We have a
I
few more
do.
coming in.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the questions here is about whether there's a mismatch. Have you seen mismatches? So Art says that on phone and laptop, it shows 500 plus relatives have signed up, but only 200 plus actually show up when he tries to view the list.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't hear anything about a mismatch, and I can
Okay.
actually find out.
Okay.
The thing is, what you can do on the RootsTech site when you go home here, I believe they have here relatives at RootsTech. There must be an FAQ for this. So let's see, you can learn more. Uh, and yeah, I would concentrate on asking here, update your user settings, and I can do that as well. Frequently asked questions. So I would check there. I have not heard anything about a mismatch, but that's a good question.
Perfect. Another question um, from Jacqueline. Because I'm adopted, I do not have anything set up for my bio family. How will that affect my finding relatives?
Uh, Well, technically, they're still. It depends. I mean, a lot of adoptees see that their adoptive parents as family, so they're relatives. It's a term in flux. So basically, It wouldn't be your blood relatives. So it would be more the blood relatives of your parents who adopted you. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, and that I never considered that, and I'm sorry I didn't. But yeah, that's what it would be. Let's say that my parents adopted me, so basically these would not be my bloodline there. So yeah.
Okay. Another question about this. Do you have any tricks for how you save relatives at RootsTech data?
Oh. You guys have questions like you wouldn't believe, huh? Yeah. Let's see. Build your family tree, get personalized help, find answers, and and also, one thing is to consult the family search page on Facebook. But I'm gonna go ahead and let's say I'm just gonna search for save. No. Let's go here. I got the yeah. Uh, what if the information is wrong? Can I message? I don't know that you can save it. That might be an option. So here I'm at relatives. I'm a typical guy. I don't read the instructions. I just poke around, right? And do this. So I can come up here. I've got questions. I've got what is world, that's languages. I've got alerts. Yeah, this might work better. You may have an option on the mobile app, to be
Well, it's funny you
honest.
bring that up, Thomas, because someone just posted here in the that Sharon received an email from Taylor Stewart in response to her earlier question here about the app.
Sure.
And Taylor says the app was for in-person only. Has that
Oh, okay.
changed?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know
Um,
that. Okay. All right. Well, scratch that. Yeah. So like I said, it's one of those things that I can ask. I know that there's a relatives at Roots Tech. I believe there's might be even a page or a group on Facebook. So that might be the best way. Here, other family search users might be able to help you. These are the community boards. And so I can do relatives at Roots Tech and see if I can get anything here. Uh, and these basically, I'm going to want to sort these by newest. And there it is, see new road, blah, blah, blah. And so I would check here as well, you know. So to do that, I'm going to get back to my slide. I just want to do that if I can, uh, is to check the videos. There are over 1,000 videos right now in the library. These are basically the sessions from 2023. You can actually search. So you can go ahead and search by person if you have a favorite speaker, and you will see that. So mine will be recorded. Okay, both of mine will be recorded. But I did this Google Tools for Genealogy. It was one of the most popular ones in 2021, and you can actually watch it now. This one is a great one. Don't chop off that branch, Genealogy Arborist Handbook. If you've ever thought about, oh, I'm going to lop this whole part of my tree off. But that's basically what I have. I'm going to go here and let you know that the cheat sheet that Ellen, if you could post those links, that would be great. You can download or print a version of this. The PDF version is really great because it has all the links. Watch, here's the black and white one, and it has all these links in here for you. So it's one of those things that I set up. I also didn't want to squander all of your print toner and ink, so that's why we made a black and white version as well. Uh, let's go. I'm going to go home here. Sorry for jumping around. I know it can be annoying. Don't forget to visit Artifacts. Now, are you in the virtual expo hall, Ellen?
we will someday when it launches. Yes.
Okay, when it launches, yes. So check them out there. Also, I urge you to follow Artifacts. I really have enjoyed using Artifacts personally. Follow them on Instagram. They've got great information. Grandma's Pins was a great post. Okay, and what to do and how to catalog your heirlooms. That's one thing that I'm always dreading. Who's going to look after this, or who should this go with? Also, they're on Facebook. Artifacts is there as well. And there's many different things that you can artifact and sign up, and please follow or like their page. And then finally, don't forget, these are the ones that I'm doing. I'm doing Genealogy A to Z, a trivia adventure, which is a lot of fun. And then I am doing my popular AI and genealogy Trouble Ahead. If you didn't get to see the Legacy Family Tree version, that maxed out at 1,000 participants last Wednesday. You can go ahead and you will be able to see it, and it will be recorded. And this recording will be free forever, not like Legacy, where it's only free for the first 7 days. If you want to reach me or Ellen, this is our information. You can always email me and ask me a question, and I may not have the answer right away. How are we doing on other questions
We have a few more if you're ready for them.
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Let's jump in. So could you go back and show how to save, excuse me, schedule when you go to the presenter and you try to
Sure.
schedule?
Okay, I'm going to come up to RootsTech event. I'm going to come to the class schedule. Okay, and this is the full schedule, and I want online. And basically the only filters I have right now are by speaker and skill level. So if I wanted something like German, I could do Control F here and do German, and it will pick up the 4 sessions that are scheduled on, remember, I'm only on Thursday. Okay. So if I wanted to check Friday for German, and then I can come up here and let's say I want another German schedule. Oh, there are none. Huh. Wow. Well, let's just see what's on Friday. Main stage. Uh, and then I can go ahead and they have them arranged this way. Well, there's a German there. Why didn't they give it to me? So let's say I want to schedule this. Now, this one, look at this one. Remember, Ballroom H was one of the ballrooms where they're doing recording. It is online and in person, so they're streaming it. Whereas this one is Germans in the Land of Israel, is basically online only. And here's story seeds. Did my family get skipped? That's a great one. Google Docs and Google Sheets. Sonny J. Morton is great, great speaker. So let's see. And I know John Bourne personally. He will be there. This is Ballroom E. Let's say I want to schedule this one because I do have Dutch ancestry. I schedule it, and then I can view my schedule now. And here it is. This is my schedule. Okay. And this is just for Friday. If I want to, uh, I can go ahead and that's just, yeah, for Friday. And here, Thursday, I have both of them here. Okay.
Now,
And
Thomas, can you show us too, while you're here, how to
yeah,
get to class handouts? Someone else asked that.
sure. For a handout, what you have to do is you go ahead and you click on the title of the class, and you will get the syllabus right there. See, you can
Perfect.
download it and it should show up. And sure enough, there it is. And you can download it, etc. So A should be for artifacts, right?
I know, right? What are you doing?
Yeah, other questions?
Awesome. Someone was asking if we could go back to a topic about finding your relatives at RootsTech.
Sure.
How, if you've never done it before, how does it link who you are and
Okay.
identify who you're
So
related to?
you have to, when you log in basically for the first time, when you register, you're setting up a family search profile. That's what you're doing, you know? So you create a profile at Family Search. So that's basically what it's doing here. And so if I go to Family Search, here I am at Family Search right here. You see my ugly mug right here, and this is my profile. Okay. And I go through my settings, and and also you should make sure that you're part of a tree, even if you just enter yourself as well. And it has all of this information here. I can learn more about that profile. You can regulate what people see and what people don't see. Okay. But the fact is that I'm an active user of the site, and I go ahead and I have, I can see my contributions. I can find people. Oh, get out of here, Avast. And I go to my tree. Okay. And so that's how relatives at RootsTech work. Basically, it's taking everyone that you're related to on Family Search Tree, And then it's using as a filter only those that have registered for RootsTech Online. Do you see? So think of it as a filter. That's all relatives that RootsTech is. It's, so you have to be in here. You have to have a profile here, and I do have, and here's the information on me as a person. Yes, I was born Christmas Day. Let's not talk about that. And so I can set up timeline and everything, but I haven't really filled in a lot of info there. But you do have to have at least a profile, and you should be hooked into a tree. So that's how that works.
Perfect. We've had a couple of new questions come in related to schedules again.
Yeah.
Is there a list view of your schedule?
I
That's
did not find a list view, and that I was kind of disappointed at. Class schedule here, my schedule, uh, and there we are. And I don't, this is the only view that I get. So what I would do personally, I would right click here, I would print, and I would print to PDF, uh, right up here, save as a PDF, and then I could get something like this. You know, that's what I personally would do. I have not seen an ability, and I believe I have a question into them. It would be something that would be nice. Also, what would be nice is add to calendar, right? To add it to my Google Calendar or my digital calendar.
That's
Uh,
that's a great point. And speaking to that point,
yeah,
Judy's asking on the actual day,
yeah.
do you go to your schedule and and you can press online to
Yeah,
to
you would
hit
go,
start?
you would go here, and basically you should be able to see it right there. Okay. And so basically that's all it is. Also, you will get alerts with a link if you have the schedule set up and you're set up for updates. Okay. So I could just go ahead and go right here. I could go to it's on my schedule, and all I'd have to do is come right here. All right. And see this one? Yeah. It's waiting, and here are the stage lights and everything. Now, why I didn't get this on Debbie's is I'll tell you why. This one is also in person. Okay. See the difference between mine? Mine is not in person. Okay. So when I click on hers, right now, this is all I get. But remember, we said that they're still working on the site. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much a work
Yeah,
in
it is.
progress.
Changes
Uh,
daily. Changes
just so you know,
daily.
Thomas, Phil did follow through with adding one person to his, in quotes, tree, and he went from 0 to 529 relatives.
Wow.
I want
It's
to
a
know how many levels back. Like, can you say I only want to see one level or two removed, you
Yeah,
know?
I didn't see that ability. Yeah, yeah, I didn't see that ability. So
Anyway, yeah.
interesting.
But on the class schedule still, before you exit there, the classes, someone's asking, they're not in Mountain. That's true. Oh, it's
Oh,
probably
it's
Thomas.
relative to your location.
Hmm.
So I have my computer set so it knows my location. Some people block that. So what it's going to do, remember this is a worldwide event. So you
Hmm.
want it to display your local time. So this is coming up for me at 9 o'clock Central. Yeah,
Perfect. Yeah, that's kind of them.
yeah,
You don't need to show up at the wrong place, wrong time.
yeah, yeah.
Let me check. Are there any other questions? I'm trying to keep a good eye on them as they go in. I
And
don't.
people, I'll go back to this slide. You can always email me at highdefgen@gmail.com,
Mhm.
and go ahead and check out my site, genealogybargains.com. And I'd rather that you email me with questions about RootsTech. Don't bother Ellen. She's got enough right now getting ready to be at RootsTech physically.
No,
So,
we
yeah,
are gonna once the virtual booths are open, folks, I
I
hope
know.
you'll go visit them. I have
Yeah,
actually been talking with a number of vendors, and they're taking the approach that we are of like, if people have the perseverance to get to the virtual experience, we're going to reward folks.
good,
So,
good, good, good.
so we're going to do some fun things, we hope,
Yeah, yeah,
once we get into our booth. That's the
yes,
hope. We are bringing with us some folks added to our team. So some of you may know Matt Paxton from Legacy List
yes.
in the book, Keep the Memories, Lose the Stuff. He's going to join us in person so that we can do some fun stuff virtually. And
Yeah,
we do have available, if you look on our Instagram or Facebook pages, here's the link on Instagram. If anyone's plans change it and you're going to be there in person, we do
right.
have a booth schedule as well.
Good. Very
So
good.
we'll be there.
Yeah.
and we'll be trying to support the virtual booth as
Right.
soon as we see it.
That's perfect. Great. Well, I really have enjoyed this. I enjoy working with you, Ellen. It's always a
Oh,
lot of fun.
we have so much
So
fun
yeah,
together.
yeah.
It's
And
great.
don't forget people to, also in the chat, if you wanted to, uh, let's see here. If people know how to save the chat, what you can do is you go and you open the chat, and down in the lower right hand corner, there are three dots and ellipsis. You can click on that and say save chat, and it will save a text file to your hard drive. And then so it's not
So
set up to save
interesting.
chat.
I
Huh.
see save chat. You know
Oh,
what
okay.
you folks
It
we
might be only
can
you and me because we're the hosts, maybe.
um,
So yeah,
interesting. Well, I'm
yeah.
going to go ahead and save it. If
Okay.
anyone needs it, then you can reach out to me and I'll send
Okay.
it.
Great.
It's not a problem. The
Great.
other thing, just to circle back on something, folks, it does seem that the latest from RootsTech is that the app is for the in-person experience.
Okay.
So this
Okay.
is clearly a point of frustration that Thomas can channel back
Yeah.
since he
Yeah.
has superpowers,
Yeah.
and let the powers that be know
Okay.
that this
Okay.
is something that people would
Right.
really like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to take my leave and watch some
Thank you all
television.
for
Thanks.
joining us.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Thomas.
Thank you.
Take
I
care.
appreciate it. Bye
Have a
bye.
great night, everyone.
Okay. Bye.